Hey sippers, welcome to our show. While we're spilling, grab your cocktail and start sipping. Get ready to unwind with your girls. Thank you for joining us for Cocktails and Conversation with your girls. I'm Ms. Jones to you, your co-host for tonight, and these are my beautiful co-hosts.
Hey sippers, it's your girl Primp and Proper.
Hey everyone, I'm Shataz.
Hey everyone, I'm Shay Marie.
We are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 8 p.m. Make sure you're following us on Facebook and Instagram at Cocktails and Conversation. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. Now get comfy because we are discussing, can you be friends with someone who airs out your dirty laundry on social media? And while we're on this topic, we're also discussing Wendy Williams letting the world know about her new living arrangements and also while fighting for her sobriety. Now we want you all to chime in, so don't forget to leave your comments below.
Tonight we're enjoying Tequila Sunrises. This drink is bright with color and delicious on a hot day, and it's easy to make with only 3 ingredients: tequila, orange juice, and grenadine. Pour the tequila and orange juice into a glass over ice. Add the grenadine, which will sink to the bottom. Do not stir. Garnish and serve. Okay, so ladies, let's try these drinks.
I'm excited.
So,
What do you think, Lachey?
What you think?
I don't like the orange juice.
You don't like orange juice?
I do, I don't like this particular brand.
I was just gonna say, you think the brand is gonna make or break this drink?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would go with the sweeter orange juice.
Okay.
Probably like a Simply, you know the brand Simply?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the
Oh,
Simply
yeah.
orange juice would have tasted better with this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good though, but
it tastes a little bitter. I mean, I can taste the liquor a little bit, but it's not my favorite, but yeah.
It tastes like something like a juice I had before, and I'm not a fan of it. But you know, I'll still drink it. For real.
juice.
It's pretty.
I don't like this orange juice.
Yeah, it's the orange juice. So
You didn't.
for those of you who are going to be making this drink, make sure you use a sweet
Simply.
orange juice, a good brand.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, you guys, of course, everyone knows I'm expecting, so of course I can't have everything you ladies are having. So mine only has orange juice and
the syrup.
And the syrup. And I can agree with you because, ladies, you already know, sometimes when you drink orange juice and you're pregnant, it kind of rises up on your chest a little bit. So it's really tart and bitter.
It is.
It's so pretty because I was expecting it to have a sweeter taste, but I think once you put
It's
in
the orange
incorporate a sweeter
Yeah.
orange juice.
It'll be much
What
better.
orange juice did we use so our viewers don't use it?
Sunny D.
No, it wasn't Sunny.
Oh, I was about to say
Sunny D would have been better because it would have been sweeter.
So
Sunny
what
D
is-
is a sweet orange juice. I don't know the brand. It's from Publix.
Was it just Publix brand?
No.
Oh, you purchased the orange juice?
Oh,
Thank God.
Ruby Kiss or
Sis.
Ruby Kiss. or
Say no to
something.
Ruby Kisses. y'all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tonight's topic is a little suspect to me. I'm 100% sure all of us have either gone through this personally or know someone who has been a victim to this. Or perhaps you were just an innocent bystander. You didn't go searching for the tea, but the tea found you. So ladies, tell me, how would you feel if one of your close friends aired out your dirty laundry all over social media? Would you be able to reconcile that friendship? My answer to that would be no. I cannot be friends with someone who has aired out my dirty laundry. And first of all, I have never been friends with someone that has done that. So I have never been a victim of that, but I have seen it, the back and forth on social media with other people. And I'm like, look at all this tea. I didn't go searching for it, but it definitely found me. Seriously. But I don't feel bad for those people that it happens to because there's always signs. If your friends sit around and gossip with you about other people all the time and people that are close to them, not just regular, people who are friends with them, what makes you think if y'all fall off that person is not going to do that to you? So maybe in some cases you don't have a sign. Maybe that person has ill intent, but I feel like there's always signs.
Okay, I can't necessarily agree with you because sometimes I think certain people do things to certain people who they know that won't clap back, sort of say. So yeah, sometimes I do feel sorry for the victims. And airing out someone's business really shows a person's integrity. And at the end of the day, if you don't have that, there's no way I would share personal business with that person or anything. It shows your character, your loyalty. And if you can't be that in a friendship, and you have to understand, when you put something out on social media, that's thousands of people who are viewing this. Millions. You have people screenshotting. You have people who has no life. I mean, literally has 2 phones, recording on one, just in case you decide to delete or something. So, like, why would you do that to someone? That shows your character, and it's not, I wouldn't be friends with that person. And first of all, when I get into these friendships, relationships, or any type of relationship, I look at how the person is and how they talk. Because once you start to build a friendship with someone and they start airing out their friend's business to you that you don't even know, right there, that's a red flag. And honey, I'm not going to share anything personal with you. Anything that I don't want the public to know, you're not going to know.
And that's the sign.
Exactly.
And that's what I was saying. Sometimes you know, and it's like maybe a 10-20% chance those are the friends, like people that you won't know will air out your dirty business, like you said, because they know you won't clap back.
Exactly. So all I'm saying is be careful with the information you share to your friends or anyone, even in a relationship, because, and not just men, anybody, if they don't have integrity, they would air out your business because they're so upset or they're so jealous. So you have to be mindful and careful of the people that you bring around your circle or let in your personal business.
I agree.
I agree with you. I wouldn't be able to reconcile the friendship with someone if they aired my business on social media. But for me, I don't think I would consider someone like that my friend in the first place. I have maybe 1 or 2 people that I share intimate details with. But other than that, I don't see how that would happen to me, so I don't know.
Right.
Honestly, for a lot of people, ladies, social media has become that platform where people want to be heard, seen, and validated.
Exactly.
Right? And honestly, I think this is just the beginning. I have seen people who have been at literally the bottom of their, like, you know, when you in a funk, like in the pits of hell, you going through something and you're confiding in someone like, friend, I'm going through this, I don't know what to do, so on and so forth. I've seen people screenshot people sleeping on floors, screenshot messages, and it's so sad because here it is, you're no longer friends with the person and you think you're doing something to them, but it honestly, just like what you said, it shows who you really are. Because if somebody confided in you to tell you their deepest, darkest secrets and you're going to put that on social media for millions of people to see, it's disgusting.
Yes.
Honestly, I think that you don't have to slander someone who you decide to disconnect with. You just leave in peace. If I personally don't want to deal with you anymore, if I'm not going to deal, I'm just not going to deal with you. I know what type of friend I am. I am somebody, and all my girlfriends will say it to you, I'm very loving, I'm very caring, I'll go above and beyond. If anybody knows me, you know I'm willing to do that. But once I'm done with you, it's not that there's any animosity. I can be very cordial. I'll see you somewhere, I'll say, hey, how you doing, whatever. But that will be it. You will know. I won't sit there and act like we're friends if we're not friends. We're just not at that place anymore. I respect no one who does that to someone they quote unquote say is their friend.
Well, you know what? I've had numerous friends, and I've been that victim, not on social media now, but
Okay.
my business have been aired out to certain individuals, and that's why I'm so private, because I'm afraid. It's like I can't trust anyone. I'm afraid that you're gonna go tell my personal business to someone. So people think like, oh, she's stuck up, or she doesn't like to share anything, but I've been burnt numerous times, and I don't want to repeat that same pattern. So that's why I'm private, and I keep my information, like my personal life, to myself.
Let me ask you ladies something, because I've always, you know, me and my girlfriends had a situation like this happen, and I want to hear someone's input on this. Okay, let's just say us four, we're best friends. We all know each other. We all know each other's deepest, darkest secrets, you know, so on and so forth, right? So you decide that you want to talk to me about something, right? And let's say you haven't told Vanessa yet. And I tell Vanessa, and me and Vanessa are talking, but it's nothing like, oh my God, Susie's so stupid. But we're talking about the situation, because in the meantime, or I should say, you're going to eventually tell her. You're going to tell her, you're going to tell Shay, right? Would you be upset about something like that?
Yes.
Why would you be upset?
Wait, if what happens? I'm sorry.
If you decide, okay, we're best friends, we all know each other's business, this is our circle of friends, we always go out, we know everything that's going on in each other's lives, right?
And I tell her something very personal.
Yeah, Shataz decides that she wants to confide in me and tells me, you know, what she's going through. She tells me a situation. And I turn around and tell Primp, you know, hey, you know, did you speak to Shataz? She told me XYZ, whatever. Would you be upset about it? From Susie's standpoint, from Shataz's standpoint, should she be upset?
Yeah, because you don't know how their relationship is. Right. You know, you can have a group of friends and only two be close. Exactly. Or
keep in mind, I said all of us
are.
I
don't believe in
best friends.
having more than one best friend.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
what I was thinking.
Because when you're in a group of females, one is gonna be like y'all gonna be closer. Me and her are gonna be closer in that group. We're never gonna have the same relationship with each person.
No.
And when you started explaining it, like we're all four, I'm like, that's too many friends. That's too many best friends. That made me uncomfortable.
I have one female best friend and one male best friend.
I have a group of girlfriends that I'm really great friends with all of them.
Yeah, they're your
And
great
do
friends.
they
Yeah,
all
but
get
they're not
along?
all your best friends.
Huh?
Do they all get along with each other?
They do. And even if the relationship isn't perfect, I think they have enough respect for each other, and they have enough respect for me that there's no animosity when we're together. You understand? There's no bad blood. There's no hatred. There's no shade being thrown. But I think that with every one of my girlfriends that I'm friends with them for a particular reason. And I have a strong relationship with all of them, but all for a different reason. Like, I may have gone through hell and back with Shataz. I may have, when my cheating stage was going with my ex-boyfriend, I probably confided in Primp. All right, when I was probably getting beat up by my ex, I talked to Lachey. This did not happen, but I'm just saying, you know, just FYI. So you understand what I mean? I had that personal intimacy, that personal moment, that personal connection with each and every person. Okay. You understand what I mean?
What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Gemini. Okay. I don't know much about Gemini, so I can't say.
You don't.
I don't really
to me,
feed into
that
the
seems
sign
like
thing.
a lot of upkeep.
It is.
It is.
I've been there. I've been there. It's draining sometimes.
It's draining, and people don't realize that. It's draining.
Very draining.
You have to hear.
But I know I was quick to say no, but it depends on what it is, like, and what are your intentions of telling the other person before she tells her. Like, for instance, I had to think about it.
I'm pregnant by my abusive boyfriend, but you've been dogging him and telling me to leave him, so I decided to tell Mrs. Jones and not you.
I think I have every right to say this is what's going on to you, because we have to stand together collectively to let Shataz know that she needs to leave him alone.
Yeah, so in that case, if we're going to like,
intervention.
sis, this is what she may not tell you, but this is what's going on, and we need to pray. Or we
So I shouldn't be upset.
I'm not saying you shouldn't be upset, but she should know. If you're telling me something about Shataz, and she didn't tell me yet, but your intentions is like, we need to get together to pray for her. We need to get together to help her.
But we know you're the one who's oh, I can't stand him, leave him.
You're the judgmental one.
Then why are you telling me if I'm the judgmental
No,
one?
they didn't tell you. She told me.
She's telling you.
But you're telling me. But why would you tell me if I'm the judgmental one?
Maybe she's being messy.
I can be telling you to be messy, or I can collectively listen, or I can be telling you so we're all on the same page. So when we confront, we do an intervention, as Lachey said, to say, hey, you know what? We know that you're pregnant. You know, you really need to leave him alone.
Okay, so this is my thing. Like what I said, it depends on the intention. Because I remember I was in something and I told someone, but it was to pray. Like, I don't want to tell you this. She didn't tell you yet, but I just want us to go into prayer. Let's cover her. So that was the only reason I told the person. It's not, and I know that person is not going to, like when she finally does tell her, she's not going to say, oh, I already know. She's going to act surprised and she's going to be like, oh, okay.
I'm that type of friend.
Yeah, so my intentions is never to be messy. I'm not that kind of friend.
Mm-hmm.
I take friendship and loyalty very serious. That's why I can't keep everybody around.
Exactly.
And I have a strong personality. Not everybody can be my friend. Nah, that it can't. So, yeah, one best friend. No, well, two. One male, one female.
TV talk show host Wendy Williams, who has been open about her past struggles and addiction to cocaine, has made an emotional announcement in front of her live audience earlier this week that she's been living in a sober house. Williams returned to her talk show earlier this month and for the first time since December, saying she was off because of her continued thyroid issues associated with Graves' disease. But recently, pictures of her husband, Kevin Hunter, and his decade-long mistress, Sharina Hudson, have been circulating all over the internet. Could this be the reason why she has spiraled down to this stage that she's in now? What are your thoughts?
First of all, ladies, I don't know why everyone is upset with Wendy not putting her business out. She's not entitled to. I feel like everyone's forgetting what Wendy Williams' job is, and that is to spread celebrity gossip. She doesn't necessarily have to spread her personal business. She's not entitled to that. But I mean, as a courtesy to her audience and her viewers, it would be nice. And she recently did, as we all seen. And as far as her husband cheating, we've all been cheated on, right? And you know what state that puts you in. Like, you go into this depressing state. So why would you want to put that out there to the world? I mean, how would you feel? Like, first of all, when I'm going through something in my relationship, especially if it's something as far as cheating, that's devastating. I don't want to talk about that. And I can see why it's hard for her to talk about her drug addiction. Like, that's serious. People need to understand that your state of mind have to be in the right place for you to not fall into these type of addictions. And she could be going through something. Maybe because her husband is cheating caused her to drift off and start doing crack or whatever she's doing. I'm sorry, Wendy. But
I think it's cocaine.
We have, okay.
Yeah.
It's all the same to me. But you don't know what someone's going through. Maybe because her husband was cheating, it led her to do cocaine or whatever. But at the end of the day, Wendy doesn't have to share that. And people need to understand that her job is to spread celebrity gossip. And if she wants to put her business out there, she can. But at the end of the day, she doesn't owe the world that.
I read somewhere that she's in there for pills. That it's, you know, she's been abusing pills.
What kind of pills?
I don't know.
They didn't say, right?
They didn't say. But I think it's a combination of her thyroid issues, Graves' disease, and maybe something that's going on at home with her husband. Because I can speak for someone who has Graves' disease because I have it myself. And with the symptoms comes depression for no reason. You're just always in a depressed mood. You're depressed, you're anxious, you have anxiety, along with other physical symptoms that you go through. So if you're always in an anxious state and then dealing with stress from other people, yeah, and with this type of disease, it's easy for you to get Xanax or pills to calm you down. That's something that doctors normally prescribe. So I can see how she would start to abuse them. Like for me, they want to prescribe me Xanax, but I don't want it because I know when I had my son, I had Percocet, and I just could see how people get addicted to those things so easily. So I stay away from those. But for someone where it's at your disposal, you can easily get a prescription. I can see. I think it's a combination of both.
Okay.
Well, I have to disagree with both of you. I feel like, yeah, she's not entitled, but you're in the business where you're airing out celebrity gossip, and you're a celebrity. Like, so when people are talking about you, when you first, she talks about people. She talks about people's marriage. She talks about people's drug addiction. And when these things happen to you, you should be the first one to tell us, because you don't want anybody else giving your tea. That's living in your truth. And I feel like since she has that platform, her audience should, like, I don't know. And how would you, it's like going to church. If your pastor going through something and he hides it or she hides it from you, instead of him or her coming to the congregation telling them about it, wouldn't you respect it more?
No.
Than hearing it from somebody?
It's none of our business.
I'm not going to say it's none of our. I think you deserve that to. If you're talking about a pastor, I think that you're entitled to tell your congregation that, because these are the same people you're supposed to be praying over, putting your hands on. Yeah. And if you're touching something or doing something that you need to not be doing, your congregation needs to know about.
But with the Wendy Williams thing, I just feel like I seen her. I forget, somebody went on her show and she started talking about their husband. I think because they were going through a split, and the lady had to look at her like, let us not talk about husbands, Wendy, because she knew the tea. So like, I forget, it was a Caucasian lady. Host? No, a woman who, it was a guest. It was a celebrity. I think Roseanne. I think it was Roseanne.
Really?
Yes. Oh. And Roseanne was like, let us not talk about husbands, Wendy. And she was like, oop. And she quickly changed the subject. Nobody is going to respect you on that couch once they know your tea. You cannot come for nobody. So if you want to continue being messy, Wendy, you have to be in your truth. You have to live it, because everybody's going to come on your stage and try you because they know about you. So you have to live in your truth. So I feel like just to cover who she is and her platform is, you have to be bold enough to dish it and take it.
So do you think that she's the one well, I don't know how the whole morning talk show goes, but is she the one selecting these segments? And
she's I don't think she's selecting them.
But the way she talks about it.
But the way she talks, I think she has some input on the topic, just like when we sit down, we discuss what we want to talk about. Yeah, so I think that she has some sort of...
So you're upset with her delivery?
Yeah, I feel like she does. Well, yeah, I am. I don't like her delivery at all. It's entertaining, but
that's what the audience want.
Yeah, but why you need to be able to tell your own business. But I do believe this is the reason why she's going through rehab.
You think it's karma?
No, but you see, it was a decade. So I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but she didn't necessarily say that she was abusing drugs either. She said that because of her past use, a lot of people, when they're alcoholics or when they're addicted to drugs, they go into rehab often whenever maybe she might feel her mental state getting low, and let me just go to rehab just to prevent
myself from falling back into that situation.
Yes, a lot of people do that.
You know what? I didn't even look at it in that way, but honestly, in this topic that we're discussing, I do believe that the whole situation, the scenario that's going on with her husband and this decade-long, I don't know if you guys know Sharina. Sharina's 32 years old. She's rocking this huge rock on her wedding finger. Supposedly, they said that in due time, Wendy Williams' husband is going to leave her. I think her husband's 46. He's 46. He's going to leave her and be with Sharina. And I don't know if y'all know this, ladies. Do y'all know that he got Sharina a house?
Yes.
$790,000 house. Almost $800,000 house. 9 miles away from their home.
Love her.
Yeah.
9 miles.
I didn't know the house was that big.
Yes.
I heard about that.
And she lives there with a actual relative. And let me tell you how Lord knows I love the money that comes affiliated with having that platform, but I think the fame I can be messed with.
Yeah.
Because paparazzi went out of their way to actually take a picture of the mailbox where it shows her Wendy's husband's name and Sharina Hudson on the actual mailbox.
Whoa.
And they say he leaves the house at days at a time, and he just come back home, and it's like nothing. Like, Wendy don't say nothing.
Well,
it's just like, it's a regular day.
It's so sad.
Wendy always says there's nothing going on in her home, and as long as you see her wear her ring, she's good. So maybe she's okay with this.
She doesn't want to be alone.
Maybe she's the type of woman that says
Half a man is better than no man.
Well, then she should say that.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's the case. Because if you're a woman that's okay with your man doing his thing, you would say that. So it will cut the noise. Nobody will talk about it no more because you already know. She ignores it. And then Charlemagne, who was working with Wendy, and I believe very closely with her and her husband, he makes little jabs. He doesn't want to give us too much, and he always says the husband is a low down, dirty dog. Like he ain't no good.
She's probably gonna have to pay him alimony.
And I just feel like,
and they're probably working through that. Like, you know, you have to get to that process when
I don't think she's going anywhere.
Because he's like a manager. He's her manager, right?
He's her manager, and they have a production company. He manages her career with the Wendy Williams show, and they have a production company together.
Okay. So you can't just up and divorce him overnight. You got to walk out slowly. You got to walk on eggshells, because if he gets any inkling that you're trying to leave, you don't know what he's telling her. Like, I'm gonna take all your money, or you know what I'm saying?
You cheated, you can win that. It's documented.
It depends on what they have. She still may be obligated to give him a big chunk of money. So she's, you know, probably putting her ducks in a row. You never know what she's
And can you imagine, I didn't even think about it this way, you guys. It'd be multiple ways he'd get money. Management cut, alimony. Like, there's many ways he can get. So do you just sit around and allow this to happen?
I will get the money back. My happiness and peace is worth more. I'm not going to stay in a dead situation. You said grave disease. It causes depression. So imagine you dealing with a cheating husband. It's all over the tabloids.
That's why she's going to her rehab.
Exactly.
And shutting her lights off at 10 p.m. What did she say? She go in, she do her Pilates, and
she do her Pilates after
lights out at 10.
And he around here going on vacation with Sharina.
Yeah, did y'all see that picture?
That was an old picture.
I seen it.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, because I was reading and they said that Wendy Williams said something on her show, and that prompted the lady to put out this old picture of them.
Well, apparently, I don't know if you had, ladies had noticed when Wendy and her husband had went to Barbados shortly after.
He flew Sharina in.
He flew Sharina in.
The same time Wendy was there?
Yes.
But regardless of what, this lady, what about her karma? It's going to be a lot coming to her.
Well, you remember we've discussed this on many episodes before. Not this specific situation, but there's some women who are okay with that. That she's okay with living this lavish. She's driving, you know, his Bentley truck. She's driving luxury cars. She has this huge house. You know, her actual career, she's a massage therapist. Yeah. So she's a massage therapist. So, you know, she's living this life. Maybe she doesn't care. Maybe this is okay for her.
And she's waiting for him to divorce his wife, like every
other
side piece does. So we'll see. I mean, Wendy Williams probably just holding out just for that to be petty, too.
Well, I like to see how it plays out, and I wish her the best. You know, you don't want to see anyone go through that.
Honestly, I saw this meme circulating, and it was so crazy. I don't know if you ladies had saw it. It said, have you ever had to go to work when you found out your spouse?
Yeah, I seen that meme.
Have you ever had, the hurt is, have you ever had to go to work after finding out your spouse cheated on you?
That's hurt. Be at your desk crying. Be at your desk crying.
No, I call out. Missed the money and everything.
I'll be at my desk crying.
So it's sad.
Can't even work.
So it's sad
hard
to
down
say.
crying.
It's
and I know
sad.
my manager see me.
Yeah. It's sad to say because honestly, no matter what it is, I know we're laughing and joking around, but this matter is no joke. No one should have to go through that situation and,
that's so
you know, even having to deal with, you know, going to a sobriety house and trying to get herself together. I wish her all the best in this journey.
I hope she heals from this.
We would love to keep the tea spilling, but unfortunately, we're running out of time. But you can keep the conversation going by leaving your comments below and on Facebook and Instagram at Cocktails and Conversations.
Thank you everyone for tuning in, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you Wednesday night at 8 p.m. for Cocktails and Conversations with your girls.
Good night.